finally got to the day we're going to take off. You know, it's been 6 months of training, easy, at least. You know, what, 4 or 5 squad training? Yeah. Vic League, Queensland League, Australia Day Cup, Trans-Tasman, international games locally. I'm feeling really excited and I can't wait to actually get on the plane.
Just one game at a time as well. Our first game is against Chinese Taipei, and I think that's all we got to focus on is getting the job done against them, and then the next one. So yeah, not looking too far into the future, but just want to get there and get the first game underway.
Really keep the commentary coming back to us via Roller Hockey Australia Facebook. You know, live streaming is going to be happening of every game. We're going to have continual posts and pictures there.
Ladies, gentlemen, punters, and welcome to another fantastic roller hockey presentation. And what are we talking about today? We're talking about the 18th Asian Roller Games, brought to you from Namwong City in South Korea. We have been talking about the road to Namwong for most of the year now, and here we are. We've come to that sign at the end of the road that says a dead end. The boys have been sent out. They're in South Korea now. They're on the floor and warming up. We've got a fantastic lineup for this week. Starting today, we've got the match against Chinese Taipei, which is just about to begin. Tomorrow, we have the game against Japan. Monday's a double header. We have India in the morning, and we have China in the afternoon. China fielding its first game for a long time, so I believe. Wednesday, we have Macau, and we have our brothers from across the Tasman, New Zealand, to finish off the tournament. It's going to be a fantastic Asian game, so the boys are really excited. I know there's been a lot of buzz and a lot of talk on social media all about this. We've been listening to the podcasts as they've been delivered on the stream. And we've like to actually take this opportunity to thank Roller Hockey Australia, Joss and Drew Media for making this live presentation happen for us this afternoon, and continue on for the rest of the week as well. But we've actually got our man down on the floor there at the moment, Al Andrew from the Drew crew. He drew the short straw. We've actually sent him off to Korea in front of the Tiger Moth. 20 days, 20 nights. So I believe he's still picking the bugs out of his teeth at this point in time from the big smiling face from going to the games. But Al, are you there? Are you able to have a chat to us at the moment? Yes, I can. Alice, are you coming through fine and clear? How are things there at the moment? Yep. Yeah, fantastic to see Geordie Pollard actually joining back into the team again once more. Now, I know the people at home are going to be on the edge of the seats. They're going to want to be asking their two questions. They're going to want to know, you're in South Korea. They're going to be wanting me to ask you, Al, what's the food like and how are the toilets? Fantastic. So, okay, we'll be booking a holiday there very, very shortly then. The big thumbs up from Al down on the out in the field. Now, I'd actually like to have a chat to you at the moment. It's what's the conditions like there at the moment? The boys have actually come from winter here in Australia on the eastern seaboard. What are they facing there at the moment? Is it humid conditions? Is it hot? I see that it's undercover at the moment, and it looks to be overcast conditions at this point in time. What's it like out in the ground?
Well, actually, it's the conditions are really good. I mean, it's overcast during the day, and but it's not too hot, you know. So it's looking really good.
So yeah, we're looking at the player comfort level is going to be quite reasonable, and the boys are looking quite relaxed out there. None of them are looking too taxed and looking quite fresh. The rookie just going past the screen there. James Murray, of course, is going to be on the floor. And just have a chat to you. We're going to see the starting floor for this afternoon's game. Geordie Poblett, nice to see him back from a bit of a personal sabbatical there. But he's come back stronger than ever. Nice to see him back with the team once more. Have you had a chance to talk with Geordie?
Geordie, yeah, I have had a chat to Geordie, and he's just doing so well.
We seem to be a little bit distant there, Al.
Yep, how's that sounding now?
Much better. Yeah, nice to have you back, Alistair.
Sorry,
yeah, you've managed to have a chat with Geordie?
Yeah, Geordie's all good. I mean, he's refreshed, he's on the skates, he's looking healthy, he's chilled, he's got a great tan. I think he's just, it's just a natural synergy with everybody in the team at the moment. So it's just really good to have everybody here together again.
Yeah, and Geordie has been missed on the floor as well around the park. So it's nice to see him back, and welcome back, Geordie. Cameron Boehm, captain of the Australian team again once more. How's Cameron feeling at the moment? Have you had a chance to talk to the captain?
Oh, Cameron, yeah, he's very well composed. He's just looking so in control of his team. He's focused. The guys are doing some really solid warm-ups earlier on the speed skate rink earlier down at the bottom, and it's just really good to have them all focused. I think it's
fantastic.
Like what Steve's been saying. It's been a 6-month commitment to this thing in terms of just getting the team synergized, and it's really important now that they follow through. I mean, they've got a big agenda. We're all focused on Barcelona, but like Cameron said earlier this week, one game at a time. So we're just looking at Taipei right now.
Exactly right. So, yeah, it is one step at a time in the road to ultimately Barcelona is where we're headed at the end of this trip. And further on from that once we get there. But also we've got Juan Pablo who's going to be on the starting floor as well with us, the Queenslander. Nice, smooth, controlled. I like his style. James Murray, another one of the Queensland crew, is going to be on the floor with the boys. Lots of aggression from James Murray there. I like his style. He likes to take it to the players, whether it be on the floor in their face. He's had to settle his game down a little bit in recent years, and he's doing well. He's controlling all that, and he's actually focusing more on the game, and we're seeing some great results from him in some of the practice matches. We're also seeing Reece Leeton starting off in the cage as well today. And Reece, how's he looking at the moment?
I've actually been fortunate enough. I've been doing a lot of hanging out with Reece, Reece is he's so quiet, but when he gets in that cage, man, he's like so focused. And
absolutely, those guys, I like to refer to them as ninjas in the cage. Fantastic to watch those guys leaping around all over the place, left, right, and centre, up, down. great to watch. All I can think of is Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. That's all I can do. That's where you've got to start as a keeper, I think, to just take these guys as an example. Now, we're actually seeing the boys coming off the floor at the moment, just huddling down there on the barrier, having a bit of a chat. And Carlos there, one of the more recent entries into the Australian team with the Asian Games. It's nice to see Carlos about. He's fits well into the team. He's a beautiful, smooth player from out at the western suburbs of Melbourne. So it's nice to see a representative from out that side of town as well. So talking about some of the games later in the week, we've got Japan. That's going to be a tough game. We saw them perform in Nanjing against Australia, and it was an interesting battle there. India also took it to Australia as well. These games finishing in draws and having to go to a penalty shootout. So it's going to be interesting to see how Australia lines up against India in this sort of minor league round, as it were. China, that's going on. I'm really going to be interested to see, Al, and I expect you to be the same as well, along with a lot of other people at home. China, first time I believe that they've fielded an actual national team in the sport.
Okay,
can you confirm any of that information there, please, Al?
Yeah, I wasn't actually aware of that fact, Shane, but I must say this is like my first international exposure, at this level. So I'm really enjoying seeing how the different teams play, as you saw it all happening in Nanjing. So.
Absolutely, yes.
Right
Nanjing.
Now, it's really interesting to see the different styles, and our guys they generally look bigger in posture, and you've got these shorter guys. But I mean, I definitely feel that they shouldn't be underestimated in any way. They're quick.
Yeah, absolutely not, Alistair. For the simple reason that if you go and have a look at some of the European junior teams, the kids seem to be also of smaller stature, like the Asian boys that we're seeing here on the floor now. And that's potentially to their advantage. A lower centre of gravity, faster manoeuvrability. The guys are demons. They cannot be underestimated. And I don't think any of these teams here... if you've got a team of small stature, watch out. They are going to be the ones that are going to be whipping around you like you're a bowling pin if you're not careful.
Totally right, Shane.
Absolutely. So Macau has also been a favourite as well. That's going to be an interesting game. Unfortunately, disappointed to see this in one of the warm-up games there. We saw from Macau when we saw one of the players that had been injured. No details or information on that, but hopefully he'll be back on the floor ready to take on Australia on Wednesday. And New Zealand. New Zealand's going to be an interesting one in that we have just recently had them over for the Trans-Tasman, and they are looking at changing their strategy. They are looking to get more focused onto the not only Oceania but also onto the international stage as well. They're looking at taking on more younger players, as we spoke to them in a number of the player interviews. So it's going to be interesting to see how they've progressed since April when they came over for the Trans-Tasman. Have you run into any of our Asian, our New Zealand brothers across from the Tasman?
Yeah, we're sharing the same hotel as them, so I mean it's always good. Oh,
fantastic! Yeah,
and we saw all the boys, and they actually arrived a couple of days before us, so they're pretty more acclimatized. I must say we adjusted very quickly, so I mean it's like it almost doesn't feel like we've flown 24 hours, to be honest.
That's right. Which is a fantastic, great result for the team, realistically, because step off the plane, bit of a sleep, and here we are, sort of back where we started from.
Let's get this thing going.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Shane, I'm going to leave you in the pilot seat, mate, because I've got to concentrate on the camera now. It's just been great to be able to contribute to the show, and have fun, Shane, and I'll chat to you later.
Terrific. Thank you very much, Alistair. Thank you very much for your comments, and we appreciate your work over there. And we're just having a bit of a look now. The Australian team huddled there up against the barrier. There's Claudio, the Australian team manager, coming out on the floor. I'm sure he'll be talking with some of the officials, making sure things are in place, ready to go. There he is. He's, come on, boys, let's wind this up. Let's get this thing going. He wants to get into the action. Come on, let's get this game started. There's young Ash Clee, player number 7, still the rookie within the Australian seniors team. A boy from the junior ranks who's really proved himself in later years. Geordie Poppler putting his arm around a player number 8. Nice, as we were talking about Geordie earlier, should be nice, refreshed, relaxed, and really super focused, ready to play his game. All the boys give themselves a big cuddle and support. Yes, we're going to do this, boys. We're absolutely going to kick it today. Cameron Boehm overseeing the team there. He's at the right. Referees coming out onto the floor now. The officials are getting ready to start these games. Taking their position out the floor now. Chinese Taipei starting to make their way out along with the Australians out onto the floor. Reece Leeton there doing a bit of a stretch as he wheels out. Ashley checking his stick. There's James Murray, number 5, and Bevan Hurley, number 6. You can see them on your screen there. Here we are, Cameron Bowen, number 9, just fronting up to the Australian lineup. Juan Pablo, you can see number 2 there, just onto the right of screen. Waiting for the salute. Referee's whistle. Australian team looking very relaxed. There's the salute. Yes, thank you very much, boys. Thank you for all your work. Thank you for giving us something to look at this afternoon. Shaking hands with the officials and the players, of course. Great team camaraderie. No matter what part of the world you're from, it's all about the good spirit of the sport. Just what sports is all about. It's all about bringing people together. And that's what I find with roller hockey. Since I've joined roller, it's fantastic. The number of people that I've actually met from interstate, that you can call any time you run into from tournament to tournament. It's an absolute family, and it's a pleasure to be involved with that. It's a big family. So at the local level, if your kids like a bit of skating, come down, have a bit of look, and have a go. It's a lot of fun, and you never know where it can take you. But here we are, looking at the 18th Asian Roller Games. Just about to start. The Australian team in a huddle once more. Nice and tight. Boys will be really pumping themselves up. Yes. Focus. See the team chat what it will be. It'll be interesting to see what strategy the boys are going to play today. I expect that it will be with Street, who obviously the man-on-man tactic will be in play. One that's actually most favoured. But there are other strategies that can be put into play if the man-on-man strategy is not working. Other things can be done. Cameron Bowen to start off play for this first game of the 18th Asian Roller Games. Looking back, who we got? Players are set. Yes, taking a moment, taking a breath, waiting for the referee's whistle for the clock to start. Second now, are we ready? Looking. Let's focus to Teddy, who have got. Hold up, waiting for the clock. Starting any moment. Yes, a little bit. Keep things moving. Can't be focused for too long in this sort of moment. There's the whistle. We're off. Passing back. Geordie Poblet passing down the line. Still in possession of this. All right. Look. Poblet. Having a look. Boots around him nice and easily. Round the back of the cage. Having an easy breezy. Flicks in front of the cage and no one. Picked up by Chinese Taipei, having a bit of a down the floor. There, intercepted by Australia, picked up there by Cameron Bowen, scooting around, having a bit of a look, passing it back. There's Geordie Poblet, a bit of a back man there at the moment on point. Pass back, that's the boys getting into trouble. There, the pass back. Man, to get out of trouble, Geordie in screen at the moment. Down the line, he's trying to get in to have a look. Oh, had a flick of the cage, patted off by the keeper. Yeah, Chinese Taipei now is the moment. Oh, it's loose out there in Monahan. He looks like he's picked it up. Chinese Taipei, man in front of Australia there. It's back down to the area, scooting behind the cage. They got their 10 seconds to get it back over the lock. The referee will be counting out, and you can see the arm wave there. It is. Yeah. Chinese Taipei's possession at the moment. There's a bit of a tussle there in the corner. They're passing it back. It's Australia's ball at this point in time. Having a look at there's Juan Pablo. Passing across the Geordie Poblet. Trying to skate him out. You get all manoeuvres around between the two guys. Has a shot at the cage. There's the whistle. Yes, the referee has called it. A goal for Australia. Fantastic effort in the first opening minutes of this fantastic 18th Asian Roller Game. Chinese Taipei down 1-0 to Australia at the opening minutes of this game. Fantastic result by Australia. Nice to see Geordie Poblet just breezing in between those two Taipei players. Taipei now and having a bit of a look down the line. Want to pass in front. Intercepted there as the corner of the screen. Picked up by Australia. There's Cameron. He's passing across. Having the cage. Oh, it's deflected away. Picked up by Australia once again. Chinese Taipei playing Geordie Poblet, the back man. There's down the wall. Let's see who the time Chinese Taipei's ball. Maintain. There's James Murray in the middle trying to play interference in those two. Trying to see where the ball is on camera at this point in time. Contract, there it is. Taipei just taking over the line now. Has the slap shot at the cage. Too much defence in Australia's walk there. Then down the floor. Has the backhand flick shot at the cage. Deflected off, stuck in the corner at the moment. Trying to look for a way out. Back to the back line. And there it is, just picked up, passed across. Working down the wall at the moment. Just having a look, trying to find that gap again. There it is, passing to the centre man in front of the cage. As it go at the cage, that's defended away by the Geordie Public waiting for that pass back out, keep the ball in straight. There it is. Skating in, have a bit of a look. There's the pass. Goes around, tries to have a go. Skating, see if we can get a bit closer. Can he find anybody inside the cage? No, he can't. It's picked up by John. They're coming down to their forward line. Trying to get around one of the Australian players. Can't manage it. It's picked up again by Australia. Passing the other side of the ball. That might have been intercepted by China Taipei. Coming back. Geordie Public trying to play interference. The ball up from them. Geordie has the ball in his possession. He's wanted to make way across the line. He's got that 10 seconds well and truly over easily. He's just skating around the back of the cage. Ooh, he's going to lift and tap. No, he's not going to do it. He's going to look, but skate back and look, pass in front of the cage. He's going to have a go. Can't quite see who that is. Chinese Taipei pick it up. Clear space away from Australia at the moment. There is still the Chinese Taipei's ball. Passing it back, trying to keep in their position. They're trying to get themselves to settle at the moment. Just a bit of time with the ball on the stick. So there we go. It's circulating around at the moment. Just looking for an opportunity in that Australian defence. They're trying to have a sneaky look in. Cameron Bowman is straight at the moment. He's coming down. There's one player in front of him. He's going to walk around and gets back at it. The referee, which has gotten off. Fantastic goal there. One-on-one battle. Taipei versus Cameron Bowman, and Taipei unfortunately comes off second best in that little battle. And there's a receiving replay coming again. He goes left, he goes right. There it is, long arm, and in it goes. Nice flick shot on the backhand. Cameron Bowman, nice work. Straight 2 up the stance so far against Chinese Taipei. Chinese Taipei just dares to be one. Oh, head pass intercepted by Australia there. Felt it. Can't quite choose on. That might have been the rookie Clee back on the floor again for the first time if we see him in these Asian games. But trying to see who's who in the zoo of this. Taipei picked it up at this point in time. Down there for that. It's just him and Reese. Can he? Oh, that's the third. Flick shot the cage. Oh, nice goal there, Chinese Taipei. You got to give it to them. That was a beautiful piece of work. Let's have a look at it and see that on the replay there. Ballister can weave the magic there. We might have to catch up on them and play a little bit later. Here we are, balls back to play one. And Australia's back line, one Pablo off the Geordie Public. Back down to one. He's having a bit of a look down the side, bouncing off the ball, and trying to get around the Taipei player. Round the back of the cage, intercepted on the pass by Taipei. Have a scoot down there, have a run down the floor, have a look, passes back, now they go conservative. Oh, there's a bit of a trip there. He's fallen over his own skates and stick. It's only the man-on-man against the cage. He has a go. It's patted away. Look at it. Taipei have the possession at the moment. Passing down the line. Trying to look for a sneaky way. Going to hold on his... Going to have a look. Going to have a look. No, decide better for it. Let's hold on to the ball a bit longer. Let's keep the ball on the stick. Let's keep it out for a bit more. Taipei feeling the pressure as Geordie Public put pressure on Taipei, forcing it back onto the hard on the defensive area. They possession of that ball. It's just a one-on battle with them and the keeper. That's why Australia try and push for that. That's also, you've got to play a bit of the defence game. You don't want to leave yourself one player short on the back line if you end up on the attack from Taipei. Australia ball on the centre line. Player's been started from that position. So James Murray will have to start play. Back. What's he going to actually get somebody to tap to him? We have to shot a goal. There's the tap. No, going to have a go. No, they're not. They decide to play on. Back to the defensive area. Down to the whatever. If you're looking to do somebody in front of that cage, there's nobody there. Stuck in the corner at the moment. Australia pulls it out themselves. There's pass back to the back line. Defensive spot. Okay. Back. The big area. Back to the sector position. We can have a look. There's Bevan. I think that's Bevan Hurl has the big slap shot. It doesn't pay dividends. Picked up by time. They pass it back to behind the cage. And giving himself time. Well, it's been pretty much Australia's domination in this game. It's probably about 70 or 80%. Looking at the commentary. Taipei, yeah, they're just circling around, trying to find a way in. Look, going around the back of the cage, looking from the side. Australia's defence is too strong at this point in time. He's looking for a bigger gap. Taipei, maybe not using the effect of their manoeuvrability of the smaller stature. But, yeah, we'll be, don't underestimate. They'll be in there having a look. Position for the moment. Yes, ball's back in play again. Taipei still have it. Across there's a bit of space there. No, it's picked up and intercepted. Australia's ball at the moment, scooting around behind the cage. It does look like Juan Pablo at the moment. Passing across there too. I think it's believed there at the moment. It's going to have a bit of a zoom in there. Slides off the surface. He loses possession of the ball, picked up by Taipei. Coming down the wall, he's back on his wheels again. And he's, Taipei having a shot. Patted away by Reece Leaton. Taipei still ball behind the cage. Be looking to pass to somebody in front. No, it's intercepted. There he goes. Ball's picked up, moving forward. Big Bevan Hurley going to have a look. No, he's going to pass it off, skate down forward. Juan Pablo. Having a look. Where can I go? Where can I go? Should I go forward? Pass it off down the line. There it is against the wall. Let's have a look for an opening. No, back to the side line. Maintain that ball possession over on the offensive side. Remember the 45-second shot clock, so Australia can't hold the ball for too long. Still Australia's ball. As long as you have a go at the keeper, you can keep playing. Taipei's ball at the moment. They'll be the ones that'll be having to watch the 45 seconds on the clock for that penalty shot. That shot. Taipei wants to have a look in. Scoot around there. It is hard in the corner at the moment. His ball at the moment. It's a tussle. Who's getting it out with it? Yes, Taipei, but no, it's Australia's ball at the moment. Just beaten on legs there. He's taking his time, having a bit of a look, letting Australia set themselves. He's getting to position boys there. Bevan Hurley down the side. Does he have a go? He has a bit of a shot at it. Half-handed attempt there by the look of it. It does that time. It's a tussle, Australia, Taipei. Coming out. And back to the back line there from the defensive position. Let's pass across the floor. Look for another opening. There it is. The turn and pass down the line of the ball. He's in front. There he is. Oh, a stick. Oh, I can not be called by stick there by the referee. Let's play on at the moment. There it is. Back in front of the screen. Bevan Hurley, number 6. He's got the 10 seconds. He's got to get it back over the line. There it is. The referee's called it. Now Taipei's ball. Okay, there in the corner. Line. We're looking to try and pass out to somebody. They'll be looking to intercept on the starting play. There we go. We're looking for a pass in front of the man in front of the cage. They can't intercept the ball straight. Coming down the line, as you can see. The Cameron Bowen. It looks like Pablo. No joy there. Patted away by the keeper. Picked up by Taipei. Coming down the line. There's the pass. Well, we're going to have a go at the cage. No, there's no room there at the moment. Can't get a good shot off Taipei still. But here we go. Having a bit of a sneaky look in. There's paying off. Intercepted by Cameron Bowen. Having a bit of a look. Passes back. Loose player. Bad pass. There's not intercepted at this point in time by Australia. Taipei got the run in the cage. Reece maybe getting busy at this point in time. No, it's Australia's ball once again. Big Bevan Hurley coming down. And there's the slap shot we've been waiting for. Big man, the big shot. Taipei picked up off the rebound. Down the wall. Can they get the sneak in? No, they stop. Have a look. Australia in the way. Let's go to the other side of the floor. Right, it has a shot at the cage. No defence there. Again, picked up on the rebound by Taipei. Australia providing interference there. But Taipei not able to hold on to it. Coming down the floor. And which way he's going to step. He's going to go left. He's going to pass it off. He's back to Clee. Clee's on the floor. The rookie from down in Melbourne. He's coming in. He's going to come back to the cage. A bit of a tussle there. Clee still wins out. That's off the ball. He's trying to get some clear space. He's now in defence of that ball. It's picked up by Taipei. Taipei having a bit of a charge in. Across the floor. No man's land. Picked up by Taipei on the rebound. 2 Australians on him at the moment. He's only got one way to go, and that's to give it to Australia. Juan Pablo having a bit of a look. Can't get a clean pass to Taipei. Taipei, bad pass there, a bit too wide. Bevan Hurley rebounding off the wall to the Australian, because I believe that Juan Pablo again at the moment. So the Australians having to go at the cage. Oh, yes, we can hear the whistle. Yes, another goal for Australia. Fantastic effort there by the boys. It has been a little while coming, but it was early action on the first 2 goals coming rather quickly. It's taken a little while. Taipei putting a little bit more pressure and being a bit more active in defence of this Australian squad. But Australia now up the tournament well and truly. Taipei to start off. ball, getting over the centre line, pass back with the ball over the line. Just to seeing people great. We usually learn when we first learn to play basic plays in the roller. Australia's ball coming out, bit of a charge, gets the shot off. No joy there. At the moment, it's Australia's Taipei. Taipei at the moment coming out on that one. Just skating in position rather than aggression. Taipei having a bit more space than normal there. Australians have been a bit more aggressive in the early stages of this game, a bit more up towards the centre line, put pressure on Taipei. Because now Australia's ball picked up on our defensive line. And Bevan Hurley skating gently down, having a bit of a look, buying a bit of time, pass to Poblet. Back to Bevan again. He's there surrounded by two players. What's he going to do? No, given away. It's picked up by Taipei. Off the ball. Back then. Passes nearly intercepted by Australia. Back in the defensive quarter. Having a bit of a look. He's back onto the ball again. There's Clee. Back off to the centre man. There he is in the back line. Bevan Hurley. And there's Poblet. He goes, there's been a bit of a tussle there in intersection, and it has been called Taipei's way. Australia's way, I believe. There's a bit of a look at the replay of that one. We saw the start, and that's the end result. There you go. That's the call for the referee. What happened? Closer. So, really, what's happened there? Look at he's overbalanced. It's not taken instruction to play in front of him to actually fall over. That and catch the ball. Back in play once more. We're seeing Taipei is having a bit more of a go. Unfortunately, it's passed off back to Australia's ball and having a bit of anybody's ball. Back down the line, nobody can pick it up for Australia cleanly, and so it's Taipei's. Now back to Australia again. It's intercepted on the poor pass from Taipei across the floor to the other side. Back to Poblet. Putting him on the screen. They're waiting for that pass across the floor. There it comes. Poblet to Clee. Back to Poblet. Down the line again once more. That could be hard to tell this at the moment. It's Hurley. Into the corners there. Midway position there. You can actually look at having a strike in. And Australia's ball, or having a bit of a turn and flick, and the referees have called. Start to play once more. Pass way down there. So Bevan Hurley providing interference for Taipei. Bevan has picked it up and he's going down the line. He's had a bit of a flick at the cage. It has been rebounded. Taipei Clee being in defensive position at the moment. Locking out Bevan Hurley on the ball at the moment, or trying to play defensive. Picks it up on the bad passes. No man's land at the minute. Rolling back towards Taipei. Taipei pick it up. Having a bit of a skate in. Having a look. It appears as though Australia playing a bit more of a defensive stand position as it like a traditional box, but I'm sure they're not. That absolutely hate that expression being used, but it's a zone on man defense. Taipei definitely a bit more possession in this half of the game. In the half, I should say. But, having a few more shots at goal, and very relaxed in the commanding position. And easily picking up the tussles on their Australia's defensive area. So you can see casually skating down, passes down the floor. And it's being intercepted and passed around the centre. Australia working the balls at the moment, passing halfway down, trying to look in to get a shot. There you can either pass it to the centre man in front of the cage, or you can just have the slap shot from that side. Taipei's ball at the moment, bit of a tussle we saw going down the floor. Once it gets into the Taipei's forward area, it seems to be easily picked up by Australia. And at times whip down that forward line so quickly. And one player in front of them, there we go, there's another goal for Australia. But Australia's plays quite casual, relaxed. Lee passing off to Hurley passing back to that centre position again to look like Poblet down the line there to Boehm. The centre there, there's the man in front of the cage, he's popping in there from time to time. Hurley in front of the camera at the moment, down the side, down to Poblet. Poblet having a look, he's going to go around him, he's going to have a look. Oh, will he get it? No, can't get a good shot off. By Taipei, rebound down the floor. Look, Australia's too defensive there at the moment. Can't get in through the centre. So they have to split off down the side. Look down the back of the cage. Taipei get the ball. There's the pass to the centre man. Oh, they had the shot at it. Had it away by Reece Lee. Picked up by Australian rebound. Clee's got it. He's looking at the pass. Oh, bad pass there at the moment. Still in possession of Australia. Poblet passes back to Boehm. Boehm to Poblet. And there he's on the side. He's going running. How to go? No. He's back up. Goes back line. Pass to the side. Back again. Let's reset ourselves. Have another look. Into that other side. Clee. Back to the centre again. Boom. Clee. Having a look. Back to the centre again. Let's dazzle them. Let's move the ball around. Well, they don't know where it's coming from. And let's go. Have a bit of an aggressive move in from Australia. Didn't pay dividends. Picked up by the cage from Poblet. Clee has the passes to the centre. Yeah. Boom. Having a bit of a look. No. Back to Clee once more. There you go. Lap shot there from the centre line. Clee known for that in the local tournaments. They have the big bomber from the centre line. Doesn't pay off today. Taipei have the ball. A minute look down the floor. They has the shot. Oh, scores! That's what I was talking about from that Clee kid. The Taipei just pull out exactly the same thing. Nice work there by Taipei. And timeout has been called. Great game we're seeing there. Fantastic. Bit of hockey at the moment. Taipei really putting it to Australia. They're seeing some highlights. Oh, there's the fall from Geordie Poblet. We see that as once again with that a little bit out of balance now. We see that once again. But Alistair, are you there on the ground? How is the crowd responding if you can hear us? Yeah, it seems, Alistair may be having a few technical issues there at the moment. I'm sure he's focused on making sure that this live stream is actually going ahead rather than trying to even take a little bit of limelight. We've got you back there, Al. No worries. Well, I'll keep on the job. Obviously, you're very busy there at the moment. But you're giving some fantastic replays here at the moment during the break. We're seeing the boys that have been working hard. The fall from Geordie as well, in that he might have been wanting to cry foul on that one. Not sure, but the way we saw it, the camera doesn't lie. And even talking to some of the referees earlier about some of our more local games, what they see in the camera after the game rather than what they saw at the time. Great learning ground, I think, goes that to it. Referees and players alike to be watching the stream. Okay, now we're seeing playing starting once again. Juan Pablo taking the starting ball at the moment. Cameron Boehm just behind. There's the tap back. Passes off to the side. We can't see who's in the distance at the moment. He's coming down. There's a pass in front of the cage to the player. Looking for that turn. Can't get any good luck on that one. Taipei pick up the crumb. Have a bit of a look in. They've got it on the side. They'll be looking to play that man in the middle of the cage as well. Looking for that opportunity to pass into the guy in the centre. Can't quite see the camera angle at the moment, but it's Taipei will be looking to circulate around that centre line in a basic strategy. Have a look at the that sneaky man that gets in front of the cage so someone to pass to when there's a bit of open space. Play who you can almost rely on in a game of rink hockey as one of those basic openers. Australia having possession on the ball at the moment, passing. The all is a bit of a high ball, I think, has been called there. It's a bit of just a wild tap there from one of your players there, and accidentally just going up in the air rather than just tapping it along the ground. Taipei has the ball at the moment, passing back in the centre. Look, goal in the way at the moment. Having a bit of a look, can't get any closer than the camera. So passing it back to their centre line, much as the Australians do. Basically, can't find a clear pass. Pass it back to your back man. And make sure you've got to keep it over Ellen. While the ball's in your possession, you've got 5 seconds. There's the pass. No, can't get a clean shot on it from Taipei. Australia has the ball in the crumbs. And we're seeing Australia passing in Cameron Bowen coming in the shot now. Juan Pablo working with the pair with him. There'll be the man. There's Juan. He'll be looking in front, hanging in front of the cage, looking for that pass in. He look at that halfway against the wall there. So there's one looking in the centre of the cage. There's the pass, but he can't get the stick on at the moment. It's too wide. He gets a bit of a tough flare from Taipei. Taipei's ball at the moment. Taipei just having a look. They're able to get a little bit more forward than they normally have been. Australia, like I was saying earlier in the commentary, Australia right up to that centre line. Taipei in the space they haven't got. Intercepted by Australia. Having a bit of a charge. It's Australia in the check. Who is it? Cameron Bowen. Passes to the centre. There it is. 1-on-1. He's had to go. Yes, he scores. Another brilliant goal for Australia. Oh, classic. Oh, what a absolute breakaway charge. Well played by Australia there. As you can see, the breakaway 2-on-1 against the keeper. No match. It's one of the basic plays that you learn in rolling. Let's taking back to the replay. What are we going to see? Al, can you deliver it for us? What you can produce? Here we go. Having a bit of a look. There's Popper having a bit of a look now. Whoops, there's the foot. Oh, yeah, we like that one. But now, latest one. Here we go. No, all right, we're back on play again, I believe. Right, here we go. one of the Australians players just gone down the side of camera there. Juan Pablo, having a look, skating around the wrong way. He's been over behind the cage. But two Taipei on at the moment. It's clean for Taipei. They've got their stick on the moment. Passing across to one of the men. Could have gone the other way. A little bit less pressure on them. They've fumbled past. It's now coming to Australia's possession. Bevan Hurley on the ball at the moment. It's going behind the cage. Have a bit of look. Where are we going to go? Passing it off to Kilby Camp Bohm. I can't see at this point in time. But it's a Taipei Australia struggling at the moment on the battle. There is Bevan Hurley waiting on the centre line. There he is. Another look in. No, passes back to the centre. There he goes. Look at Cameron Bohm. Down the line into that corner there. We're looking for Australia to come into that in front of the cage. There's no man there at the moment. There's no one looking at that pass. So there, Taipei's ball. Australia moving back into a more defensive. Having looked Taipei. Whoops, fumble on that one. Still manages to maintain possession. To back over the line again. Had a flick shot of the goal. Can't pay difference. Still Taipei's ball at the moment. Pass is intercepted by Juan Pablo. He's having a look. He's going down the centre. Passes off to the side. While working in the pairs. Or there's two players in front. Shot. It's not one-on-one, unfortunately. Australia still keep possession of it. Passing it out cleanly into the back of the defensive area. On to work him. Back to the centre circle. Bevan Hurley. Back to would be James Murray. We see him picture there. To Hurley. Across to pop it down. Can't quite see. View at the same time. But it's Australia working hard. There it looks like Bowen. Passing down the wall at the moment. Hurley has the ball. Passing off to Murray. Murray having a bit of, he's going to have a run in. He passes it off. Oh, here it is. The turn and flick. Fantastic effort there. It's number 7. So Juan Pablo gets the pass in front of the cage. Turn and flicks in. Deceives the keeper completely. See if Al can work the magic and see if we can have another look at that one. Australia resetting themselves back into the position at the moment. Play's been started already. No time for the replay. We're into it. Taipei really want to get into it. You can see the score count at the moment, top of the screen. Australia 5, Taipei 2 in the first half. Taipei at the ball at the moment. Having a bit of a look in. Trying to have a run to the side. Goal pressure on there. Try to pass it to the man in front of the cage. Can't get it on it. Australia down the floor. Down. Bit of a look at one against 2. Doesn't pay off. They picks up off the rebound. A bit of time for Australia to get in defensive positions. Just picked up, looks like James Murray there at the moment in front of the screen. He's passed it off. But backhand slap shot at the cage. Doesn't pay off. At the moment, that appears to be Boehm. It can't intercept. Picks up by Taipei. Taipei Australia are chasing that ball a bit harder. Picking up behind the cage. Who have you got on the ball at the moment? Big Bevan Hurley's come down. We're going to rip one off in now. For the pass. Can't quite see what happened there. But there, it's picked up in front of the cage by Taipei. Taipei having a bit of a charge down. Passed off to them. There's only one in front. Oh, has a go with the Bruce Leeton having to work. Stretching out there wide as you can see him in the cage. There's Bevan Hurley fighting one-on-one with Taipei. Who keeps possession of the ball. There's the man in front of the cage. Who was it? It could be Juan Pablo. There he is. Picked up by Taipei. Can't get a good clean stick on it in front of the cage that time. Taipei having a look a bit of a sneaky ball and put him to the defensive front. Taipei's ball still trying to scoot around. Oh, it could go left or right. They chose left and went behind the cage. Taipei's ball still at the moment. Taipei looking to try and dig it out of that corner. 2 Australians there looking at that pass out. Going to try and take this in front of the cage. Australia's ball. Bevan Hurley passes it long. Now you can see Cameron Bowen in front of the screen at the moment. Who's being rather composed at the moment. Looking relaxed, these boys. And worthy to 5-2 up in the game at this point in time. Half time in. Australia's ball just casually passing. But there's Poppet. Nice to see him back again. Good comfort for the boys back in the front. There he goes. There's the opportunity. I pass off and there's another score. Absolutely fantastic goal. James Murray popping one in the cage for Australia this time. Great work. As you can see there from those that are new to roller hockey, it's the 2-on-1 strategy. You look at the keeper's looking at you coming down the floor. You do the quick pass off and there it is. He pops it into the cage just behind him as he's looking to you. Fantastic. Al, we just love seeing that replay again. It's great work. I know there's a lot of pressure on there, Alistair, but look, you're doing fantastic work. Great images that you're doing. A great effort there. Keep up the good work, mate. But we're seeing Taipei back and play again once more. Taipei has the ball. Australia put a bit of pressure on them at the moment. There's the pass back. Over the line, 5 seconds. They're well within it. Taipei. Oh, there's a bit of a fumble. They're trying to be a bit too clever. Australia picks up on the fumble. It's Australia's ball at the moment. Okay, Juan Pablo back to the centre circle. There's Cameron Bowen passing off to Poblet. Poblet down the line to be Murray. All going into against land at the moment. Poblet off to Bowen. So I'm having a look onto the side there. Murray back to Bowen. That centre circle. Guys playing that centre circle being key to the Australian strategy as far as if you're in trouble, here it is. This is the territory. Get to jail. There it is. It's down deep now. Juan Pablo, he's cornered a little bit. Back door, tries to pass in front of the cage of Jordy Poblet. Can't get it off properly. Still Australia's ball in the rebound. Here we go. Bowen back to the circle. Back to Pablo. Pablo has the shot at the cage. Does it come off? Patted away. Picked up on the rebound. Taipei's ball. There it is. It's only one in front of the cage for Taipei. Referee's called it. There's a bit of a tussle. Oh, a card has been pulled out of the pocket. What are we seeing here? Which way is it going to go? I can't see the play. Blue card has been presented. Oh, no. Disappointing for the Australian camp. Cameron Bowen given the card. We didn't see the Australian coach Steve Hoey's face as he went past, but I'm sure that we'll be not impressed will be the comment from that expression. Cameron, it looks as though it's possibly a timeout at this point in time. A penalty, of course, with a blue card. This will be in play. We'll be looking at Reece Leeton trying to limber himself up. He'll be having a few stretches there, getting himself focused and the mind set. And hopefully in tomorrow's Japan, we'll have Glenn Cook here in the Melbourne studios with us to take us through what there's the goal. Chinese Taipei score against Reece Leeton. Nice goal. Nice clean shot. No mucking bang. Bang, there it is. Nice return shot from Taipei to try and get themselves back into this game. Australia's still in the commanding position at this point in time. It is to be updated the scores at this point in time. Australia 6, Taipei 3. They are still in this game. There is time. Still lots of hockey to be played. Great ball at this point in time. There's like Murray passing it into that midway's flank position. In front of the cage at the moment, passing it through. So from the corner, back out to the centre line, across the other side for Poblet. Back to that circle, Murray, Poblet. Having a skate across, there's no one close to. He's going to have a little look. Do a curved in approach. Doesn't want anybody. Taipei ball, the intercept of that. It's James Murray providing some defence. Taipei back off. And go back to that centre line. Got it. Poblet also put pressure on. Yeah, to play more of a zone man on defence at this point in time. Not seeing them play the player on. Like a one-on-one situation. And there's just one-on-one in front of the cage. Poblet isn't able to pull it off at this point in time. Taipei's ball at the moment, and it's rebounded off. Referee's called it. It's kicking there. We see it. There's the signal. Taipei's ball. Back in play. It's down the wall. It's no man's land at the moment. Taipei couldn't get past. Australia, Taipei fighting it out at the moment. Australia come out on top. There's that big, strong James Murray at the moment. There's the long pass down the wall to Poblet. Poblet, deflect, turns around, has a bit of a look in. Can't see a clear shot. Back to the defensive position. Keep the ball from the circle. Down to the side. Murray having a look in. There's man in front of the cage looking for a stick deflection maybe. Yeah. Canada has rebounded off the ball. Australia's ball is Taipei chasing hard though. Man in front of the cage is too deep. Back to the Poblet on the side. There's the player in front of the cage and he has a shot from the side anyway. Australia's ball rebound of that one. Australia's up on the side in the corner. Be looking to pass it out down the line. There's the wall. Back to the centre side. Across the other side. Slap shot from the mid position on the flank. There's 40 Poblet there to pick up the crumbs. 10 seconds, get it back over the line. Over there it is. Referee's doing it off with a wave. There's the pass in front of the cage. He picked up one Pablo. Can't get a clean shot. Behind the cage, looking for another man to scoot in front. No, it's got back to the centre line. Back across the other side. There's Poblet. Down the wall. In towards the centre. No, he can't get a clean man on it. There's Barn looking at the intercept in front of the cage. He's got his round the corner. Now he's trapped in there. He's got Taipei everywhere at the moment. No, James Murray on that one. And he's trying to get out. There's a tussle with Pablo. He comes out behind the cage in the corner. Back to Carlos. Carlos there. He's defending hard against the Taipei players. There's Pablo also. Chops it away. Back in defence. Referees have called. At this point in time. Looking at the scoreboard now, we are We can see the score at the moment. The foul count it appears to be 0 each time out. And this is the second time out that we're seeing for the first half. Fantastic match we're witnessing at the moment. Taipei are taking the Australians. Australia is dominating at this point in time. But Australia is seeming a little bit more relaxed and taking advantage of the lead that they have and just basically regrouping themselves, I think, taking a bit of pressure off themselves. The nervous tension will have eased a bit in that they've set their opponent, and I believe that they're a bit relaxed and they can keep command of this game. Alistair, are you actually out there at the moment at this point in time? Are you able to have a chat to us? No, it looks as though Alistair's busy at this point in time. We'll just take a small break and we'll join you very shortly after this time out. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back in a moment.
1. And we're back, Shane.
And welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, punters, to the 18th Asian Roller Games we're seeing from South Korea, live in Nanyang City. So far in this battle that we've seen this afternoon, we have Chinese Taipei that are taking on the Australians. As we can see on the screen at the moment, we've got the scoreboard there. Australia are 6-3 up at the moment in this, going into the second half of this game. It has been a great battle. Australia did come out early and score a couple of early goals, but Taipei seems to have regrouped themselves and come back into this game. They're putting a little bit more pressure onto the Australians, I've been seeing, and also noting the Australians have come a little bit more relaxed on what's been going on with the action. Now, how are the boys going there? What's the action like? What's the crowd like there, Alistair, if you can hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I'm beginning to feel that there's another gear in the Taipei squad.
Yep.
And now I think obviously our boys are going to start regrouping again.
Yep.
So I think, as always, there's always another level to the Australian play. So I don't think...
Absolutely, yeah. Yes, and as we've seen that, it really comes down to it. The Australians can play an aggressive game of hockey, particularly the Queenslanders. Then, as we've seen them in some of the Champions Cup, or Festival of the Stick Part 2, as I like to call it. And even in Festival of the Stick Part 1, Australia Day Cup, fantastic tournament, both of those ones. The Queenslanders really come out hard and strong. So you're right, and what you say, Alistair, and the Australians do have a bit more in reserve there as far as aggression is concerned.
Yeah, totally, and I think it's just good to see the squad is looking relaxed. They're feeling very confident, I'd imagine. Quietly confident, as Steve would always say.
Now, I'd just like to interrupt you there for a sec. We did see earlier in the game that Cameron Coleman received the blue card from the referee. Have you got any more information on what happened there? In that we didn't quite see what happened on camera.
I didn't actually get to... Actually, I've just been swamped in technical challenges at the moment. But
we appreciate it, Alton. And look, you're doing a fantastic job there. The guys at Drew Media, awesome crew to work with, fantastic people in collaboration with Roller Hockey Australia and Joss Sport, of course, as sponsors. And we'll have to leave there for the moment, Al. Paul is back in play again, Taipei Sport at the moment. They're working their centre line, as we've seen them doing earlier. And looking past it, interplay is ball between intercepted Poblet at the moment. Had a bit of a scope down there. Ball drifting way out, Poblet's reach at the moment. Can't get across the cage. You've got people stuck in the way, a bit of a look past, intercepted there by Poblet. And a bit of a look. Australia trying to keep hold of this ball. And a bit of another look. Taipei at the front side. Australia's ball back once again. Have swapped these. There's a half-time break. Australia's ball going on Taipei. He steps back with that mid-point position as well. Back to the centre circle. Now it's quite see what's going on. It's a little tussle straight Taipei. But working hard to take the other reach at Taipei. That's the position. Devin Hurley there. And a little look. Press on from Taipei. He can't get a clean look in. Back to that centre circle. Where's the man? He's in far distance. Confident again. That ball. There's a Bowen. I think it is. He's having to put a pass in. No, he can't get it. Let's back to the centre circle for Hurley. Hurley, Poblet player, interference. Can't pick up the pass on that one. Doesn't matter. It's bounced the ball. Back to Hurley. Across the floor. You see there. Look at Pablo. Pablo in centre circle position again. And back then, have a look. They'll try to have a bit of a skate in. Back one. There's the man, Poblet. Across the other side of the ball. Have a look down the side. Hurley back in the Bowen. Bowen has the ball down. A bit of a look. Back to that centre circle. There he is. Poblet charging in. He's going to try and get pressure on by Taipei. Behind the cage. He tries to pass in front of it. He gets Pablo's fist. Get to it. Two Taipei on the moment. Referee's called it. Taipei's ball. They're passing down the ball. No man picked up by Australia, I believe, by the back line. Skating round behind the cage. There is Bowen. Strong pass off Poblet. Poblet having a look back to that centre position. There is Bowen. Poblet skating around. Then put the ball back around. Turn around. Have a bit of a look across the other side of the ball. Down the wall again. Having a look. Sees that might have been intercepted by Taipei. Get Taipei to have a bit of a charge. There's the pass. Oh, it's the shot of the Reece Leaton. Can't get a good clean angle at it. It's too wide of the cage. There's Pobler picked up in the circle, pass it back. There's the defensive man. Where is he? Cameron Bowen's the man at the minute. They try to pass it out. There's Pobler having a bit of a look. Has a go at the cage. Rebounded off the picked up by Taipei. And a bit of a look down at the moment. Taipei taking the time. Pobler interference straight away, straight on that. Two Taipei on it. Taipei are trying to come out strong. And the ref has called it. Ball back to this position right here, please, gentlemen. Thank you very much. And we'll start play once again for Taipei's ball. Ball off. Pressure on. Oh, the fumble pass there. Back to Taipei. Intercepted by Poblet. No man's land. It's a race. Who's coming out on top? Australia too strong at the moment. Too much speed on the skates. Pablo. There he is. He gets it actually back into that defensive halfway line. Back across the side. Bowen back to the other side. Early once more in the centre circle. Solid man on the back line. Back to Poblet. Poblet back to Bowen. We're going to have to look. There we go. Back off to the other side. Just straight. Back over the fourth side of the line. 5-second rule. If you won't have possession of the ball. It is. Passes off down the ball again to Pablo. He's trying to have a bit of a look in. Taipei are putting a lot more pressure on Australia. Taipei really have to go. Australia's not having an easy time of it at the moment like they were in the first half. There's Hurley. Passes it back off to Bowen. Bowen skating in the centre circle. Tries to defend the centre of Pablo, but he's too much to defend Taipei. Taipei's ball at the moment, charging down the floor. Anybody's at the moment behind the cage. Australia comes out with Poblet on the ball. Yeah, Taipei providing some a bit of defence. Just skates down in front of the cage. Can't get a clean shot in. Round the back to the defensive line. Start again. And that's how it works. So basically, you get in trouble, get back to that halfway centre circle. Australia's ball. Trying to do that one-on-one race, and Australia's appearing to be a little bit faster on the skate than Taipei in the one-on-one battles. But Australia's ball, Bowen, back to Poblet. Then bouncing off the ball. Don't have to face. No, two Taipei players right next to it. He has a go. He gets in. Fantastic work there by Poblet. Nice work. Yeah, as you can see, it's the slight freeze frame that we saw there. Two Taipei players right there, right next to him. He gets in there and scores anyway. There it is. 1-2. Two Taipei. Up. And in it goes. Fantastic work by the Australians. Ball back in play once more. Taipei having the start off, of course, on that one. Australia having just 7 the lead at this time. There's Taipei snaps it over the goal. Bounded off. Back in Taipei's defence. Just over the line. Got to get it over. 10 seconds for first possession. There's no man's land at the moment. Poblet, Taipei ballying it out. Who's come out on top? Taipei wins that one. Passes across the floor to the man. Centre away. Taipei not able to keep possession of the ball. Messy at this point in time. Taipei's ball. They're looking for the pass. There's the slap shot. You can see from that angle there's going to be a clear shot there, potentially. It's easily defended away by Australia. Well, Taipei still holding possession of the ball. The different Taipei's come out in the second half of this game. So they've put more pressure on the Australians. They're a lot further up on the aggressive side, making the Australians push back in the defensive area. There's the faster Taipei fumble. We couldn't get a clean. Picked up by Australia. Big Bevan early. Picks it up in the corner. Off to Poblet. Poblet's going to do the big charge in. Hurley in support. There's Hurley. You can see him. He'll be down there and looking to sneak around the cage. There we go. That's like, could be Murray there. Or there's Poblet. He's going to go. Skates in front of the cage. Has a shot. Can't get any joy on that one. Comes back out. Rebound. Still a straight ball. It's caught in the corner at the moment. Trying to get it out. Got to get it back to that defense. You can't get back to that centre line for the bench. Got the ball at this point in time. There it is. Taipei. It looks like it's at the moment. Australia, Taipei. Yeah, Australia's out at the top at the moment. Australia looking strong on the one-on-one battles most of the time. Juan Pablo losing out on that one. Taipei picks up. Passes off. Can't get a clean shot in. Can't pick up the stick. And the referee's call. It looked like it was a high ball in that situation there. Australia picked it up on the referee's call. Pass down that wall, favourite spot. Back to the centre line, back to cross the other side. There's Poblet in the centre circle. Where we're going to work from. Cross to the side to Bowen. Bowen having to the angle. We have the correct angle there for the slap shot. Does he get in there? Does he enjoy? No, there's nothing there for Australia. Poblet, intercepted by Taipei, having a bit of a charge there. Two Australians in front. Can't get a clean stick on it. Rebounded, picked up by Juan Pablo. It looks as though on the end of that one, he does a bit of a behind the cage. Where am I going to go? I'm going to go this way this time. All right, he's trying to get that quick pass back to that centre line. There he is. Up. Number 9. Big Cameron Bowen passes it into the centre in front of the cage. Bevan Hurley tries the intercept and slap in. Can't get it through. Picked up by Taipei behind the cage. Down the line. Australia defensive half on Taipei. Gets possession back again. Taipei is still putting pressure on Australia. Yeah. Australia has the ball on the end of the stick at the moment. Bevan Hurley trying to use his bit of a there to keep Taipei out. Then James Murray back to the screen again. Nice to see him back on the floor again. Here we go, coming in a bit of a charge. Bowen, a bit of a look. He's got the angle on the cage. He can't get it in. There is a chase down the floor that Taipei has at the moment. Looks like it's a one-on-one. No, it's intercepted on the path. Looks like James Murray on that one. But Cameron Bowen can't get it on that one. The referee's called it. Ball play now. Taipei. Pass back to start play once more. Now we'll be looking to see that man on the other side. There's the potential pass. Now he's decided to go down the line. Taipei are coming and having a look. There we go. That figure eight that's to see the first drills you do in training. Taipei still work. Yeah, still your basic things still work here in international hockey. Australia working to the centre. I'm going to have a chat. He's going to have a look in. He's going to have a go. Too much pressure on his push right behind the cage. Oh, he's gone back the other way. No, back to the centre. He's going to have a go in. It has a bit of a big slap shot from the back. Doesn't pay off. There we go. We all saw that. The bird of peace, it was.
What was that?
That was the bird of peace, Alistair. It's all good. We're all friends here. The Taipei is still managing to keep on top of this battle there at the moment. And Australia, it's finding a bit of a struggle. Taipei playing game. Oh, there's the pass intercepted by Bevan Hurley. Charging that ball. It's going to be 1-on-1. There it is. There's a big slap shot from the big man. Doesn't pay dividends. Comes out. And it's a tussle. Taipei. Australia Taipei. Oh, it's Australia Taipei at the minute. Come out. They're looking. There's the pass. Got a pass around that man. Bit of a bad pass. Looks like it might have come off the skates. Taipei still picked it up at this point in time. Round back behind the cage. Looking to they'll be looking pass back to their defensive line. There it is. It's coming from the centre. Trying much of the strategy that the Australians are using, but they just can't quite keep possession of that ball up. Oh, there's Taipei. A bit of a deceptive move there. He has to go with the cage. Not able to play off. Defender picked up by Australia on the rebound of that one. Looks like Hurley in the back corner there. Coming forward, skating forward in the centre circle. He's gone off to the flank position. That wing position, as we call it. It's down the line into the corner. Down back to that centre position. Back across the other side. Clee, have a look. What's he going to do? He's back off to the other side. Clee goes for a bit of a skate and see if he can find that centre in front of the cage. Goes have a bit of a slap shot. Look, might have had a clean shot at that, except for the keeper. Taipei pick up the rebound, coming down in front. Caught on the side. Put pressure on Australia on the Taipei. They're going to have a go anyway. Taipei, as you saw, having a shot, getting really desperate. They've got to take some of the moves. There's the ball playing down the man's land. Taipei picks it up. Taipei's passing now. Having a look in. There's the slap shot. Taipei can't get any out that either. So Australia pick it up. Big Bevan Hurley on the back. Passes it off. There it is. Who's in shot now? Cameron Bowen. Defensive line for Australia. As Taipei put pressure on Cameron's there, just managing to hold on to that ball. There it is, charging down the line. Bevan Hurley having a bit of a skating for the feet. Oh, looks to pass from the cage to Cameron Bowen, but takes it off. He hit the tussle. It's up in the air. Cleese picked it up. Hand on the railing to steady himself. Passes back to Bowen. Or is it, no, James Murray. I stand corrected. Across the other side, quite early. And then that looks like it is, that was Bowen. Yeah, back to Murray. Murray in centre circle as well. He's gone charging into the cage. Can't get any luck out of that one. It's called by the refs. Face off there. So we take it back on the penalty box. So I think the limitation, I think it's around about 2 or 3 seconds. It tends to be a referee's discretion, but if the keeper can't get the ball out from under his pad, so it goes to a play-off in the back corner penalty area. Or can't set the referee's to securing play. Wait for the play to come out. Two Taipei. Australia battling out behind the cages, past to Clee. Clee looking to try and get it out. There it is, back to the line again. It looks like Murray. Murray passed across the other side of the floor to, looks like Hurley. Who we're seeing there, Bowen. referees have called. We can't quite see what's going on. The referee has called it back to this position. Taipei's called back to play once. Taipei. Yes, we are. The Taipei had the ball at the moment. And back to play. There's has a bit of a half-hearted shot down. Tries that half pass down the line. Can't get it. It's intercepted by Australia. And the referees have called play again against the Australians. It will be Taipei's ball to start off. There we go. We can hear it. Intercept ball. There's Clee. Clee's passing off to Boehm. No, Murray. There's Boehm. Off to Hurley. Hurley had a bit of look. Skating in a little bit deeper. Passes off to Clee. Boehm. He's going in to have a bit of a look. Oh, he's going to have a shot. And the keeper's all over the place. Another ninja of the cage. There's pressure everywhere at the moment. It's Australia and Taipei everywhere at the moment. Taipei manages to get the pass out. It's intercepted by Australia, as you can see there, the fumble pass. Australia put a lot of pressure. Put the pressure on Taipei. Oh, there's a bit of a fumble there. Taipei going down, but softly so. Taipei could have been on the cage. Desperately trying to keep possession of this ball. They'd be wanting to try and score desperately. There's the half shot. Got to have to go. The referee has called it, and I believe that will be a face-off. The referee is conferring with the players at this point in time. We'll see what the decision is at this moment. Yes, it is a face-off in the corner. A friendly chat there. There it is. One duel. Australia winning out on the tussle on that one. Taipei put a bit of pressure on the Australians just to let themselves get set position. Australia's and there's Hurley. Hurley having a bit of a look. They forced to skate wide and down beyond the barrier. In beyond the cage. If you look at the pass, that pass was made, but it was intercepted by Taipei. Taipei skates fast, passes back. They'll be looking. There's the shot at the cage. Can't get a good. Taipei still holding the ball on this. Looking to pass it out. It's struggling to see where at the moment they've had a shot at the cage, and Australia's picked up the ball at the moment as Hurley skating back into play. They're going to try and outrun him and get around the side of him, and he just manages to get into play. There's the pass in front of the cage, and unfortunately Australia can't pick up the cage. The shot was got off then, but obviously the ball was sitting under the keeper. The referees have called a face-off once more. Just waiting for the ball to come back into play once back in. Patiently waiting. There it is. Players are setting themselves. Waiting. So yes, sticks must be facing opposite each other in the face-off. And on the referee's whistle. There it is. It goes. First person to get the stick on the ball. It's a race of wits. It's pure reaction time. That one to come out. Oh, the ball comes down in front of the cage. Clee has a bit of a shot at it. Can't get a good handle on that one, unfortunately. It's been picked up by Taipei at the battle of that one. Taipei coming down. That's a slap shot. They've got to try and score Taipei. There's only one way out of this. Shoot goals. Ball put at the moment 7-3, as you can see on the top right-hand corner of your screen at the moment. Australia putting a lot of pressure on Taipei. There it is. Taipei and possession of the ball at the moment. It's skated passed off the other side of the floor. They'll be passing down that ball at the moment. They'll be looking for that man in front of the cage. Can't pick it up. There it is in the corner. They look to pass back to their defensive line. There we go. They're skating in deep, having a bit of a look, change their mind. Let's go back down. There's the man to pick the pass. Too deep. Can't look in at the cage at that depth. So just managed to keep possession of the ball, Taipei. They put pressure on at the moment, not an inch of an advantage. But Australia still has the ball at the moment. There's tap, James Murray trying to get it deflected around the player. He wins out. Nice. Nearly keeps on top, but James Murray doing some fancy work there, but I come out just on sheer numbers. Still Australia's ball at the moment, picked up again. I expect Bevan Hurley, the big back man at the moment, is forward. There's the pass forward to Boehm, back to Hurley. There's the turn, trying to see the player get around him. There's the pass in front of the cage, but there's nobody there to pick it up. Australia, Taipei battling it. Australia pick it up. Like Bevan Hurley, back to Pablo. Looks like Boehm. There's Murray. There's the pass in front of the cage, as you can see it. Player that was trying to step quite see he's picked up the crumbs by Taipei. Taipei charging down the left. We want to carry into speed. In the cage early. And ref's whistle has been called. Ref has seen something there. And it's back to Australia's ball. Carlos on the floor. Like to see the big bearded man back out on the floor again. There he goes. And who we got? Bevan Hurley back out there. He's trying to charge down. Oh, nice intercept by Taipei. The charge has Reason Taipei. He's too wide. Can't get a good shot. He's going in too fast today. So Taipei is starting to look, try and pass out. Go back to base again. Back to the back line. Let's keep hold of the ball. Passing it. Now to Goff. Having a bit of a look in. Pass off to the side. There's the man coming through to pick up. And there we go. The skate down line. Had a bit of a look. And there it has been. The score from Taipei. Taipei, not to be underestimated, have come back into this game with one more. Australia is still 7-4 at this point in time. And a timer has been called by the referees and the players. Fantastic effort we're actually seeing this game. Taipei, while they're not getting quite as much possession of the ball at this point in time, it appears as though that actually put more pressure on the Australians when they didn't get it. Here's the Australian camp at the moment, taking a bit of a Big Bevan Hurley's been doing a lot of skating out on the floor there at the moment, trying to Juan Pablo also leaning against the rail, and seeing the boys a little bit exhausted. Carlos at number 3, he's one of the new boys for the Australian team, and looking quite fresh and relaxed. Cameron Boehm also far left the screen, taking a bit more water on, and also those guys will be taking the floor once again. As you can see, Cleese also a little exhausted there, the short stint on the floor, towel around the shoulders. And James Murray put in a great effort there, as you can see on the far right-hand end of it. The two keepers will be chatting to each other. I'm sure they've actually passed over the notes. It looks as though Lee Glass will actually be taking the cage, in that Reece Leeton does have the mask off at the moment. And so we'll be seeing some ninja action from the big fella. And Alistair, how are you seeing proceedings from down there?
Oh, I think it's just been a pretty close, like you say, Taipei has probably turned up the heat a bit more. And I think it's important that Australia just doesn't lose focus. I mean, they've got a full goal lead, and let's just try and get a couple more up on that board. I'll chat to you later.
No worries. Thanks for your words, Al. And back to what we're seeing here on the screen at this point in time. The Australian team coming back out on the floor again after the timeout, setting themselves ready for the start of play once more. Taipei's ball at the moment. And there we go. It's off. From past behind the cage. Be looking which way do I go? Left, right, left, right. Where's the clear path? There it is. Right, back to that centre line. Have a look in. There's the man in the back ready to just get it. Goes and has a go anyway. Bent away by Lee Glass. Still Australia's possession at the moment. Carlos passing off. It looks like Pablo up in the screen. There's Bowen who's coming out there. There's Hurley. Pass down the line to Carlos. Back to Hurley. Across the other side to floor to Bowen. Bowen having a look in at centre circle. Will he have a shot? No, will he do? He'll stay the other way. Snake back the other side. Carlos. There he is. He's going to have a shot. Oh, there was an opening opportunity there, possibly. He had been quicker on. Could have been a potential shot there for Carlos, as you can see on camera, but different on the floor. Players started once again. Australian possession. Carlos parking back to that centre line, as you can see. Bevan Hurley having a bit of a look in. He's the sneaky man who's in front of the cage at that moment. All the boys circulating in front of the cage, trying to take their possession. Their position up in respective areas while still moving the ball around, still moving themselves. Who knows what's going on? It's a magic show, because that's the whole strategy. Keep the players alluded, your opposition alluded to what's going on. Referees have called start of play. Back in the back panel. Taipei's ball. Referees confirming with the goalkeeper. Time. Interesting to know we have. It must be a loose strap or something in there. We're actually a requirement there that could be some sort of an interference. I expect maybe. That you wouldn't want a strap flapping around. In that the idea is that I imagine the keeper has got to be one complete unit. In that to have hanging bits off will be a disadvantage. So Taipei's ball back to play once again. Taipei passing back to the centre line flank. Here we go in the circle. Australia Pablo put pressure on him at the moment. As Carlos in the skating screen, Bowman playing defensive area in the front at the moment. There's Pablo as well, trying to defend it. Taipei trying to sneak in. Don't get in the window, close up that gap. And it's playing very much a man on, a zone man on the moment. You can almost see the Australian team, they're almost in a box type formation there. But I'm sure they have their players marked as to but yes, it's if they think get really tight like they are at times, box formation can be like pulling the wagons into a circle and just keep everything out. Taipei still hot on at the moment. Lots of interference there by Australia. Taipei having to go right back. Their pressure's been put on by Australia. Just early there trying to take it back over their centre line. Taipei, give it 5 seconds once it's over their possession over the line, has a half-hearted shot at the goal. Still picked up by Taipei on the rebound of that one. So have a look, circulating around. Australia falling back on the defensive. But, giving Taipei a bit more space to skate around with the ball. But nonetheless, Australia picks up from behind the back of the cage. Skating down that ball. Coming through, there's Carlos. It was a pass into the centre. There was no one to pick up. Pablo too late to come through in front of the cage. Taipei's ball. There it is against the wall. Starting to move forward with it. Having a bit of a look. Taipei trying to set themselves up. Taipei trying to go around there at the moment. Australia's ball. Taipei's ball, I believe. Sorry, I stand corrected. I'm still trying to learn my reference at the moment, so please bear with me. But we're back to the action here. We're behind the cage at the moment. Bevan Hurley's got looking to push the ball. Passes down the wall to Bowen. Bowen skating down deep. In front of the cage. Defence in front. Decides better of it. Passes back. There's Hurley once more in the defensive line. Passes on the angle up to Carlos. Carlos can't. In the corner, it is now Taipei's ball picking up in the opposite corner. Skating down. Carlos put pressure on. Not letting them get through. There's the gap though that what Carlos has provided by going that early defensive move. The other back boys are able to cope with it easily, the pressure that Taipei are able to put on. The Taipei still again, 5 seconds over that line. Pass back again, trying to get it round. Taipei passing backwards and forwards, bouncing off the ball. There we are, they've gone in deep, too wide. Or they're going to have a bit of a look in. Good shot on it. It's up against the ball. Australia at the moment. No, referees have called it. And it looks like I saw 2 fingers going up there. Gesture of a face-off. Being nice about the whole situation. Time. We go 6 foot. No, it's Taipei's ball. Off we go. Difficult to see the referee's indication here at the moment. Ball's being tapped in Taipei skates at the moment. Went caught for a straight ball. Hang on down the floor. A poor passing effort there by Australia, and it's a bit of pressure been put on by Taipei, and Australia's coming out for that one. Hurley's right there at the moment. Pablo behind the cage, passing it out down the line to, I believe I could see there in front. They're skating away from this. I think it was Pablo or Carlos. Yeah, big man Carlos. There he's back to the centre circle once again. Just trying to play for time. Remember, they've got 45 seconds before you've got to have a shot on the cage. Bevan Hurley at the moment. Passing back to Bowen. Bowen having to charge in with speed. Only 2 plates. Pressure on Taipei and easily tap it away. There it is, Pablo trying to put the pressure on the way back down the floor on Taipei. Taipei playing a bit smarter, a bit deeper at the moment. Oh, the bad pass, they can't pick it up. Unfortunately, Australia's working hard. Carlos now does the blind turnaround on that one. Keeps possession of the ball. Passes off to the other side of the line. On the other side of the floor, say to Bowen. Bowen, a bit of a look in, passes back. Big Bevan Hurley. You haven't seen the big shot from the centre line from the man yet today. But there it is, Juan Pablo, centre circle, working from that back centre circle position. There's Carlos scooting round and round. Bowl on the end of that one now. Remember, 5 seconds, got to get over the line. But you go and use the space. Use the space to give a bit of time to set yourself. But there's the shot at the cage but between the legs. Doesn't pay dividends, unfortunately. Hurley picking up the back line. The cage. Off to Pablo. Carlos. Carlos has a slap shot at the cage. Doesn't pay off. Taipei picking up the ball. The pressure being put on him. Oh, Australia nearly wins out on that one. Taipei kicked it. There's the man in front of the cage from Taipei. Oh, can he skate around the Australians? No, he doesn't. Passes back. He's going to have a look. He don't quite have the skills. There's a pass in front of the cage. No Taipei to pick it up. Bevan Hurley get on the intercept of that one. There it is. The pass in front of the cage. Has a shot at the cage. Looks like it comes off the keeper's helmet there. Taipei on the rebound. Taipei moving in centre circle position. Very strategic defensive setting, as it were. All problems go back towards the centre circle. There is Taipei. Halfway line, a safe area. Give themselves a bit more time. Give stick time ball. They're desperately wanting that set themselves. Oh, not picked up cleanly by Taipei. Geordie just runs in. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Keeps working hard. Keeps it taken off. Passes back to Pablo, I believe. And he's there. It's back. There is at the moment. Stuck in the corner. Pablo working on that one. I think I can see. Back to that centre flank. Indicating there. Come on, Nacho. Let's wait for it. Come on, boys. There's the pass that was done. Poplet. He's skating from the cage. Does he ever get shot off? Picked up by Taipei on the rebound. Taipei have a skate down. Two straight defenders in front of the cage at the moment. Oh, there's a one-on-one battle. Hurley comes out on top of that one. But partners down the floor, pass it off. Oh, he has a shot at the cage. Doesn't pay. Keeper's patted away. It's anybody's ball at the moment. Straight Taipei. Taipei look as though they've got the last stick on at the moment. It's still a tussle behind. There it is. Juan Pablo. He's got two Taipei on him at the moment. There is Pablo still working hard behind that cage at the moment, trying to get it out. There it is, back to the centre line. Back to breathing space. There it is. Big Bevan Hurley has a big shot. Off. You can hear it patted away by the keeper. The big bang in those knee pads. So Taipei's ball. There's a pass in front of the cage for Taipei. They have a go. Oh, it doesn't come off. Lee Glass defending it out of the cage at the moment. Taipei passing it back down the wall. Across to the centre circle. Having a look. Can they get it in there? He's going to have a sneaky shot at it. It's patted away by Lee Glass. Australia's possession in this one. Bevan Hurley coming down the ball. Having a look. Pass in across the other side. Where's loose in position. But it's that pressure on him from Taipei. Who is that in there? I thought Cameron Boehm, is it? Passing on to maybe it's Juan Pablo. Seeing the distance. Or it's a Poblet. Poblet this pass back to the other player. Just see the play at the moment. Just watching what's going on. There is Pablo. Across the other side. Look for the gap. Run in. There it is. Oh, Juan Pablo. He almost picks it up with the stick on the centre. There's Hurley, big back man. In. Doing the job well. Getting the ball forward. And command for the Australian team. There's Bus charging. That's the slap shot. He wants to do serious damage, Bevan. He wants to increase this margin on the scoreboard. It's 7-4 at this point in time. Australia in the lead. Going very comfortably slow, but there is no giving up on either side at this point in time of the game. Here on both sides, Australia desperately wanted to win this tournament, and Taipei also to beat the Australians, to arch rivals when they're the international circuit. There's been a bit of tussle there. Looked like a there momentarily. Picked it up. Taipei running one-on-one with Australia. Taipei. Who's going to be? It looks like it's Taipei at this point in time. Down the wall, they have Taipei's possession at the moment. Back to Pence. Has the slap shot from the... Beautiful shot from Taipei. The disappointment on Cameron Bowen's face. Did you see that? Oh, that's one of those face palm moments for Cam. There it is. What a fantastic shot. Totally deceiving Lee Glass. Ladies and gentlemen, that's I can hear the Taipei people now screaming and rejoicing at that goal. Play back in action once again. They're going to want to retaliate hard. They're going to be coming out with all sorts of strategies. They're going to want to put the pressure on big time. He has the ball at the moment. Taipei is supposed to Poplet at the moment. Pablo, come on and go do the 1-2. Are they going to pull it off? No, they can't at the moment. There's the two Australians in the corner at the moment. Lots of Taipei who are all over him at the moment. There it is. Bevan has been called. Bevan Hurley, big man. Referees have called. Play at this point in time.
That's full time.
That is time. That's a game, mate.
Australian wins, bro.
Yeah. Australia wins. Everybody raise your glasses and toast Australian seniors division. Thank you very much. Oh, what a fantastic broadcast. Look, I'd have to thank you, Alistair. Great work. You've been working hard in the background. I know like the time off wasn't as great as you expected, but putting up with it.
Yeah, no, it was all good, man.
How did it feel around the rink? How's the crowd? How they responded to the win?
Oh, well, I think it's fair to say there's not a lot of people here, so, I mean, you know, it's happening. I mean, you know, we took a win, you know, it's just a lot more...
Because they're shouting it from the rooftops, Al.
I just think it's so positive to have, you know, the first win in the bag, you know, it's just really important for us right now, so I think the guys will be wrapped.
Absolutely, yeah, it's a psychological advantage. Look, you'd hate to start a tournament going losing your first round, even though you're probably still a good possibility of getting into the top placings of the tournament. But psychologically, it's going to be great for the Australian team. They've come in, they've seen conditions now. They know that it's a great floor by the look of it. Comment on the floor. It looks absolutely beautiful back here on the couch. How does it look there in reality?
I think the floor was a bit rougher than what we're used to. You know, obviously we have quite highly polished surfaces, but on the whole, the guys are pretty happy with it. When it gets wet, It's super slippy. The heat's turning on now. I mean, what time are we now? It's 2:23. You can actually feel the humidity kicking in now. So, yeah.
It's a great time for the game to be finished.
Yeah, we were lucky. Yeah, most of our games are early. Most of our games are going to be early in this tournament. So I'm hoping that's really going to just be working to our advantage. Because
as you say, I think that's going to be definitely an advantage for the Australians in that the other Asian teams are obviously going to be more acclimatised to it because they're used to these types of conditions. But it's good to see that things are quite moderate there for the Australians. And just like being at home on a nice summer's day, a mild day. But now we've got the first round out of the way. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at playing Japan. Japan's going to be a bit more formidable from the past performance we saw when they were in Nanjing. That's going to be a bit more of an even one-on-one battle, that one. Your thoughts on that one?
Well,
What's the buzz on it?
Well, the buzz is, I think, Japan's always on the back of our minds. So, we're going to be taking a look at that very carefully. I'll definitely get an opportunity to chat to Steve about what's going on in his mind before the match. So I'll catch up with the guys after they've had a cool down, and we'll have heaps of footage for everyone to have a look at and get into the guys' heads.
That'd be great, and we absolutely look forward to talking to you tomorrow, Al, and see if you can catch us up a little bit on the highlights of the day from the players' perspective and things like that, and looking towards tomorrow to see what that will do for us and see if they've whether Steve's going to be looking at changing strategies or those types of things. But obviously we won't know too much in the public arena because that's all secretive type stuff. We can't get anybody information in this technological age with social media and things like that. Tell one person, you can tell 1,000 people in a minute. So hopefully we'll get to have a little bit of a chat with the boys and see how they feel going leading into the game into tomorrow.
Perfect, man. We'll keep everyone updated. And thanks, everyone, for watching. It's been great to see all our friends online and cheering the boys on. And please keep the support online. It's really important. The guys are paying attention to what you guys are saying to them, and they really want to hear from you. So please, just boost up their morale. They've set off on a good wicket, and let's get going, guys. Let's get behind Australia.
Absolutely, and as we saw in Nanjing when I was touring with the boys for the first World Roller Games over in China, the boys are loving the social media. They get so pumped from those people back home. They love hearing the comments, they love the support, and it just feels like they're home when we do those sorts of things. But thank you to everybody at home. Thank you to Alistair, who's out on the ground, out in the coalface doing this sort of stuff. Thank you to Drew Media, fantastic production crew that's putting this presentation together for you. In collaboration with, of course, Roller Hockey Australia, a big collaborative effort there between Drew Media and Roller Hockey Australia. It wouldn't happen if it wasn't a collaborative effort. And also,
totally right.
Josh Export for also being one of the main sponsors for Asian Roller Games in Namwong in South Korea, and it's nice to be taken to a good part of Asia as well. We'll wrap it up there, I think, Al.
No problem.
Looking forward to seeing everybody here in the hotspot tomorrow. And, but viewers, please keep an eye on the Facebook website for Roller Hockey Australia for exact game time, and they are hopefully changing a bit over several days leading up to this. So get the fine details on the Roller Hockey website, Australia website, and have a browse around, have a look at photos, get to see where your local rink is, go put some skates on. Have a ball out, a lot of fun. Get yourself and the kids into it. Have a ball. So look forward to seeing you tomorrow. It's the 18th Asian Roller Game.